Hi, I'm recording this on what is Mother's Day in the UK. I've just got off the phone to a family member that's given me a lot of food for thought. Made me think about a lot of things. The conversation with her kind of revalidated a lot of things for me. But this is my first Mother's Day since my mum passed away in November, 2nd of November last year to be exact. And we should think about our mothers every day, but because I guess it's the first Mother's Day, it's really poignant for me. And I just wanted to record my thoughts and feelings about a lot of things. So I don't really know where this is going to go, but I'm going to speak from my heart and soul, I guess. I'm in a very good place, but at the same time, situations like Mother's Day is about reflection and also brings back memories, positive memories, negative memories about things. And it's not all bad, it's good. I got a phone call from my daughter today wishing me happy Mother's Day, which she's away at university, so that gave me a lot of joy and made me smile. Wasn't sure if she's going to remember that it was Mother's Day or not today, but she did, thank goodness. But yeah, it's a time to reflect and think about a lot of things. But yeah, it's a tricky one, definitely, and I'm sure it's going to be a tricky one for a lot of people, not just me. I'm not unique, and don't be fooled by this smiling face and the makeup. It is really difficult, but you take each day at a time, don't you? And you just put your big girl pants on and you get on with it, I guess. But not everybody can do that. I appreciate I'm quite fortunate I'm able to do that, but not everybody can do that and maybe deal with things in that way. But again, it took a lot of time, a lot of reflection and thought for me to kind of reach this stage, I guess, where I can put my big girl pants on, shake it off, put some makeup on and be like, you know what, face the day, face whatever life throws at you and just kind of like roll with the punches, really, which I'm trying to do. But it is really difficult. But yeah, the conversation I had with this person kind of gave me a lot of validation in terms of how I'm thinking about things regarding my family and the past are pretty normal. And I have the right to feel this way. And I shouldn't feel apologetic or that I'm at fault in any way. So, what am I talking about in a nutshell? Well, I'm the youngest of four siblings, kind of a blended family. I'm from second marriage, they're from first marriage. Um, and up until recently, I never really thought that I was being treated differently in any way, but I have to accept, ignore the signs and know that I have been treated differently by people and family members, and that they have the right to do that. But I guess I never really noticed it till my mum passing away, and I really felt it. And what I've done recently, I've taken a step back from immediate family. I've taken a giant step back. I've not been reaching out to anybody, I've not been contacting anybody. I've had to do that, I think, to preserve my own health and well-being and mental health. A lot of things has gone on in the past whereby I felt I had to keep up a pretense, keep up a performance almost, in order to really, in a nutshell, to protect my mum really and help and support my mum. So, my mum was elderly. I didn't want to bring her any beef or drama. So, yeah, I would pretend that everything was all right and I was happy being around people, certain people, when really I didn't want to be around certain people. But I did it to protect her and to please her. And in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that because that was not healthy for me. But I did it for her. And now she's passed away. It's kind of made me realise, oh my God, I spent all these years pretending, which kind of reinforces that abuse and manipulation, I guess, because I'm almost allowing myself for that to happen again by keeping up the pretense, because it's not normal. It's not normal to do that. I like to think most people in those situations would kind of say to themselves, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself in that situation, that scenario. It's not healthy. But I didn't want to do that on reflection because I didn't want to let anybody down or upset anybody. But at the same time, because I knew I was masking and faking it, it came out in other ways, I guess, that I was masking and faking it. That is also not healthy. So it's really confusing and really complex. But I don't know, my mum passed away, and it's kind of been a bit of a wake-up call for me to realise, oh my God, what have you been doing all these years? It's not healthy. And I've now chosen, made a conscious decision that I really don't want to have a relationship with these people that have hurt me, have upset me, people that are narcissistic, people that are manipulative, people that have physically hurt me and harmed me. Why would I put myself in that situation again? Especially as an adult, I'm 48 years of age. Why? Why have you done that? I almost look back and think, bloody hell, why did you do that? Why? And I'd like to think if my daughter came to me and had the kind of conversations that I've had with people in the past, I'd be saying to her, run for the hills. Don't engage yourself with those people. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. But I didn't do that. And almost, I didn't practice what I preached, didn't take my own advice, and it's been nothing but caused me harm for many, many, many years. But I'm definitely trying to take some control, and part of that control is distancing myself from people, certain people that just are not good for me. It's just not healthy, and there's no value in those relationships. There's no value in it. You just cause me nothing but harm. So why would I put myself in a situation whereby I'm engaging with people that hurt and have harmed me, and that will continue to hurt and harm me if I don't put distance between myself and them? But it's not easy. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, and I want to kind of put things out, I know this can't be unique. I'm nothing special. Lots of people have gone through trauma and pain or abuse or just horrible things in their past and have had to deal with it, positively or not. And I'm no different. And I definitely refuse to be a victim. I hate the word victim, or I even hate the word survivor, because I don't feel like I'm a victim or a survivor. I've just decided to accept and acknowledge the things that have happened in my past and try and learn from them and make peace with them, but most importantly deal with them. I think the problems arise where bad things happen, especially when you're young or when you're a child, when you can't process those things, and they manifest when you get older through drug use or alcohol abuse or overeating, like in my case. I didn't turn to drugs or alcohol, but definitely my issues with food and overeating and binging and food addiction, because fundamentally I've been a food addict, has definitely stemmed from things I've gone through in my past, where my way of dealing with that was through food, and it was definitely a protection for me. I think I felt subconsciously or maybe consciously that if I ate and became overweight, then nobody's possibly gonna be interested in me, no one's gonna bother me, no one's gonna harm me, no one's gonna touch me, no one's gonna upset me because I'm big, no one's gonna do that. That didn't happen. The fact that I became overweight and obese, and at one point I was about 27 stone. I've lost 9 stone now. I was 27 stone. Didn't change anything. People would still treat me the same way. But that didn't stop me from the binging and the overeating, and I definitely have finally acknowledged the reason for that behaviour, because it's not normal behaviour to do that, was definitely stemmed from things that happened in my past. But I guess I refuse to let it destroy me, and talking about things and speaking like this is definitely a big help. I don't know if anybody's going to watch this. One person might watch it, 0 people might watch it. I don't know, and I don't really care, really. I'm doing this for me. And if I help one person to heal, to seek help, to acknowledge, to address, to deal, to not be a victim, and to deal with whatever trauma they've experienced, then, I'm happy to put myself out there, and there's nothing that I'm going to be afraid of talking about or speaking about. This is the very first time me kind of putting my thoughts and feelings to video, but I'll be definitely doing some more. This will be the first one of many, hopefully. But I just wanted to put how I'm feeling today out there, out into the universe, as it were. And hopefully this will help one individual. And I'll definitely be intending to go into a little bit more detail in future videos, but as a starter for 10, I just wanted to spend 10 minutes just kind of talking about how I feel today and just trying to process my thoughts and feelings about today, and mothers and motherhood, and mothers are meant to protect, aren't they, and protect children, and my mum did the best she could, but ultimately I have to look at how I would address things with my daughter. I have a daughter now, and I know that if my daughter came to me with things that I came to my mum with and family members with, I know I would have dealt with things a lot differently. But different times, different generations, and I don't blame her for that, but I have to acknowledge that. And part of me doing this is talking about how things have made me feel and how I process things and situations and memories. And yeah, I look at that and think, yeah, I would have dealt with things completely differently. But is it about culture? Is it about being a different generation? I don't know. Is that an excuse? I don't know. All I know is if my child came to me with the things that I came to people with, I would deal with things completely differently. And it's not easy for a child to go to an adult and say, this is happening, this is going on, this is, it's how you deal with it. And I think how you deal with it helps the healing. And I think maybe because things weren't dealt with in a way they should have been dealt with, it didn't help me heal. It just didn't. It just caused more damage. And I think every time I took a mouthful of food junk, it was just suppressing. And again, that's not healthy. But, there we go. All right. Well, listen, this is it for me for now. And as I said, I'll be doing more of these and uploading more of these, but hopefully this has been an introduction to me and to myself and my situation. Okay, thank you.